Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Lights Movie Podcast, the official podcast of NotYetRated.net. I'm your host, Colin Moto. You may know me from Twitter at DuckyScott, and I'm also the editor-in-chief of that website, NotYetRated.net. With me, as always, is Benjamin Martinez. Ben, how are you?
I am good. How are you, Colin?
You are well. Piece of shit.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you're well.
Damn it.
You're A-well.
I take that back. Okay. So.
Good intro.
Thank you.
That was effective.
Yeah, like we're
It was like not normal conversation, which we don't usually have.
Yeah, now we're like at an
talk
episode.
to me anymore.
So it's like now we're at an episode. We've introduced ourselves, and the episode
We've
has
had
begun.
small talk, like every other podcast.
Right.
Because you need small talk, because for some reason, you can't just start.
Imagine an entire podcast that is just small talk. Would people listen to that? That probably exists.
I think that's what like most podcasts are.
Really, just people being like, "Hey, how are you? Oh, I'm good. How are you?
It's like, talk about your day. Oh, anything weird happened? No? Oh, okay.
Oh, bye."
Yeah.
It's a 2-minute long. It's just
that
the
was another
intros.
episode of the Small Talk Podcast.
Talking small, so you don't have to. I don't know. You know what? That'd be a small talk podcast. Anyways, let's go to the movies.
So we have a lot of news to cover. We've seen some movies. We've seen some things.
We've seen some films, Colin.
Oh, you're right. I don't watch movies.
No.
I watch films.
Damn straight.
We missed a week, so we have a lot to talk about. But let's start off with the biggie of the week.
Ooh, yes.
10 Cloverfield Lane.
Oh, yes.
Ben, what did you think of the film? Without getting into spoilers, obviously.
It was incredible.
It was
So good.
phenomenal.
Um,
It felt a very Hitchcock thriller.
Hitchcocky.
Yeah.
Hitch dick. Okay, anyways. But it was so good.
It was really great. I thought Mary Elizabeth Winstead was really great because I liked
They
that.
were all so great. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
All three of them. The entire movie is 3 people. And then one person for like 2 seconds. But 3 people.
But Mary Elizabeth Winstead, I thought she was really great. I liked that she was our female hero, and it wasn't like, hey, I'm a female character, I'm the lead of the movie. It's like, no, she's just a character that happens to be female. And also, I really liked how smart her character was. It's not like, why don't you do this, you idiot? It's like, she always just like knows what to do, and she's smart.
She reminded me of Mark Watney in that sense.
I guess.
She seemed like a MacGyver type, getting stuff done.
Maybe not that far, but
Okay,
yeah,
alright.
kind of. John Goodman is terrifying.
I'm hearing like Oscar buzz for John Goodman, right?
I mean, Variety wrote an article saying like, "Hey, it's our first Oscar-worthy performance of the year." And yes, I do think he's Oscar-worthy. Will he get a nomination? Absolutely not.
right, because
but,
it's
like-
science fiction and it's a sequel.
Well, it's not really a sequel.
I know, but it's like it's a franchise.
yeah. And then John Gallagher Jr. I thought was also really, really good.
He was great. I love John Gallagher Jr.
Yeah,
He's so great.
He's good in things. I really, really was surprised by this movie. Like, I had high expectations. Like, I love the trailer. I love Cloverfield. And if you go in expecting a straight-up Cloverfield sequel, you're going to be so disappointed. Because
It's not.
I would say, like, what? Like, 3/4 of the movie takes place inside the bunker?
I'd say more.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think 90% of the movie, like 10% out of the bunker, but like
Right.
90% is
Like, there's a bit at the beginning that's out of the bunker, which I thought was great. And then
a bit at the
the
end.
bit at the end. But that's not a spoiler. We won't say
What
anything
happens?
happens.
But something
Something happens.
really cool happens. And
Yeah.
you kind of see it coming because it's Cloverfield. But still, really
Yeah.
cool.
A lot of people didn't like the last 15 minutes, but I actually really dug it.
I thought it was so cool.
There
It's
was-
just like it makes this movie like so much more than it was. Like it's like 2 movies almost. You have like it's like a weird thriller thing in a bunker with like,
Right,
some
I
stuff
liked it
going
a
on.
lot.
Then
I
all of a
liked it
sudden
a
it's
lot.
like this thing too. And I'm not gonna say what it is, but
I really liked the ending, what Michelle's decision
her
was
decision, that was really
at
cool.
the very end. The one part that was a little ridiculous was the whole alcohol throwing thing. The
The Molotov cocktail.
yeah, a little ridiculous, but it was fine. Also, for a first-time director, this is a really great movie.
Who's
Dan Trachtenberg. He is well known because he did this Portal movie, like a short film,
Okay.
and it's really cool. You should check it out. And J.J. Abrams found him. He's like, "Hey, make this Cloverfield movie for me," and he did. And he did a fantastic job.
Such a good job. I also like with her being like the strong female character. I think of all like the recent strong female characters like Ray and Charlize Theron in Mad Max,
Mhm.
and
I think she was.
She was my favorite.
I think she's the best because
Definitely.
I feel like with Star Wars a little bit, it was all like, "Hey, look at us, we have a female lead," which isn't a problem, but it's a little. I don't know. Like, it's like you're just doing this to please people who've been like, "Hey, we need a female lead."
Right.
Well, I feel like with Cloverfield, it didn't feel like that. It felt like we just
It
got
felt
the
natural.
best person for this job, and it's about time Winstead's gotten like a really big role because she's been doing a lot of indies recently, and this was one of them until they put the name Cloverfield on it. But like, it's so awesome to see her in like a franchise again, or not again. I guess this is her first time.
In a
But,
franchise period.
Like she was great in Scott Pilgrim, but like she hasn't really done a lot of big movies since that, and so it's really cool to see her in the spotlight again.
Now wait, do you think? Speaking of just her decision, this is backtracking a bit. Do you think like the Cloverfield franchise, do you think like the next Cloverfield, if there's another one, is going to be like a sequel to this one, or another like?
I kind of hope so, to be honest. Like I don't think they would, just because like I think that's their thing now. It's like
Just like one off.
they're like, you know, what Black Mirror is. Like,
Yeah.
It's not like it's like a one-off thing.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
I think I would love to see like where her story goes next, but I think I want them to stick with like the one-off thing because that's like different than we don't get anything like that really in movies with any franchise I can think of.
Yeah.
Like I want to maybe like see her story continued in like a comic series. They could totally do that, like Dark Horse or something.
I think I'm just so like intrigued by the characters that were in this movie and specifically Michelle, Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Yeah.
And so, and also they set up enough where it's like I'm really interested to see what's going on, what's in Houston, you know, stuff like that.
Well, they could like continue that universe without continuing with that character.
That's true. I think maybe this is my theory, not getting into spoilers, but like maybe center around a different group of characters, but maybe have Mary Elizabeth Winstead in it as well.
But not be like the main.
But not be like the main character. Kind of maybe like a whole thing about Houston.
Right.
I don't know if they would do that, but like there's a lot of doors open and I like it.
I would totally dig that. Also, I like how it was Houston, like instead of like New York or Los Angeles. Like it's different, you know.
Yeah.
South.
Because it took place in I think Louisiana.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was in the South somewhere.
New Orleans, I think. Also, the sound design in this movie, some of the best of recent years. The sounds were incredible. The door was terrifying.
Yes.
Like the sounds the door made. Obviously, some sounds we hear at the end, which I won't say. But like just also the music, the score is so good.
Great.
It's so good from the very beginning. Like I like how you don't have any words at the beginning. It's all like putting it together about what's happening with Michelle. Also, fun fact: the character of Ben, voiced by Bradley Cooper.
Another fun fact: the character of Ben has my same name.
Another fun fact:
there was a Colin in that movie.
There
too.
was a Colin. I was about to say
like,
Michelle's brother. I was like,
we were in
oh!
it. That was us.
It was actually a Easter egg for the Lights movie
Yeah,
podcast fans.
J.J. Abrams is a big fan, so yeah, he wanted to just give a little.
Maybe Colin will be in the sequel, and I can play him.
I Ben died.
We don't know.
Yeah, totally died.
Maybe.
Or he's going to, because he sounds like a bitch.
Maybe Ben's evil.
I hope so.
What if Bradley Cooper reprises his role? How great would that be if Bradley Cooper was in Cloverfield 3 as Ben?
That'd be really cool.
That'd be really awesome. But a lot of people don't like the last 15 minutes, which I highly disagree with. I thought it worked.
It worked so well. Like, otherwise it would have just been like, I feel like that, it was already like a super unique movie. Like, really, like, you don't make this, but like, this made it like even more unique, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I definitely agree. A lot of people think it's only because it's a Cloverfield movie that ending was in there and it didn't really like serve the rest of the movie. But like I think it worked for everything they set up. Yeah, and all the hints they dropped.
They dropped a ton of hints at it. Like
without getting spoilers.
Yeah, it's hard to do. It just made I feel like it made the rest of the movie make sense, you know?
Yeah.
It made the characters make more sense.
I agree.
And the entire movie make more sense. I think it added to the whole thing. It did not detract from it.
It's just such an intense movie. Like you're on the edge of your seat the
entire time.
Like there's some big oh shit moments that happen too. Like one in particular with without spoiling anything, like the acid scene.
Oh, that was tough.
Jumped so hard. It was such a big like oh shit moment. And it's like this movie works so well because there's only 3 characters, so you really care about all 3 because all they do is develop those 3 characters. And a lot of people thought that John Gallagher Jr.'s character, they only gave him like
Emmett.
Yeah, Emmett. They only gave him like a backstory just because they like oh well we need to divert the story a little bit towards him more because he's not like the main character. But like I think that backstory actually really works for everything that happens in the end.
Yeah.
And like with it also helps Michelle with her decision.
Yeah,
like Michelle's backstory too, where she's talking about like whatever she was in like a Home Depot or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That comes back at the end. With
Right.
the whole instead of running thing, whatever. Overall, I really loved 10 Cloverfield Lane. I really, really loved it.
It was. I think it was. I mean, you said you think it's the best movie of the year.
So far, obviously it's March, but
And I've only seen 3 movies this year.
you've seen Deadpool. You saw
Zootopia and this.
Okay.
Was the Coast Guard movie this year? Or
Oh, it
last
was
year?
this year, yeah.
Oh, so
Oh,
I see
that
4
was-
movies, so that one kind of sucks. So it doesn't really count. So yeah, this is definitely the best movie of the year thus far, at least from what I've seen.
Mhm. What would you give it out of 5 stars?
Oh gosh. Okay, honestly, I'm gonna give it 4.5, but that 4.5 could like climb as
I thought the
think
exact
about
same
it
thing.
more.
I gave it a 4.5. I wrote my review for Not Yet Rated. But like on a rewatch, it could easily rise up to a 5 because there's so many little things that you don't pick up on at first.
Right.
And there are connections to the first Cloverfield, which I thought were really cool. But they're obviously not like in your face. You gotta like
Which is good.
know. But
I think like there's a
fucking
lot
awesome.
for me, like a lot of movies, like I kind of I like it when I see it, but then as I leave it, I think about it more. I just kind of want to see it again.
Yeah,
I thought this is gonna be like that kind of movie for me. I'm just gonna want it more. So this is probably gonna climb up to
like
5
I'm
for me.
dying to see it again.
Me too.
I'm
And I'm
really-
dying for a sequel. I just want more of that Cloverfield universe.
Yeah, it'd be cool if they had it in the same universe. Because like, I don't know if the first one's in the same universe really. Because like, in the beginning, like, they're all chill, like, and it's clearly the present day because she has an iPhone.
Well, in the beginning, it's all they're all chill. They are, but like you
Like
can
the
see,
world
like,
is okay.
the world's okay, but like it's also really really empty, and they said like blackouts along the southern seaboard or something like that
right,
on the radio. So clearly, like you know something is wrong.
right.
But could it be like the Cloverfield one thing is wrong?
I
or just,
feel like
the
if it
person
was Cloverfield, the same universe, when Michelle was in the bunker and the dude's like, "Yeah, the world is gone," would she be like, "Oh, was it that monster that attacked New York?"
Well, it could also be like
But also, like, that happened in 2008, and that would be like, what is that? 6 years? What? No, that's terrible math. That's 8 years ago.
Yeah.
So like, was the monster killed? Because at the end of Cloverfield, there's like a hidden message at the end of the credits. It's like it's still alive or whatever.
but then it could also be like
So what
maybe
happened?
like the monster thing in Cloverfield 1, like maybe that all happens at the same time as this stuff is happening in the bunker.
But that wouldn't make sense because
Why not?
in
I
the
haven't seen
first
Cloverfield one, so-
Cloverfield, they all have their flip phones and stuff, and then she has an iPhone, Michelle. So I think it's very clear different time periods. Because it's definitely 2008 when the first movie was because
Right.
like the dates on the camera footage, whatever.
I don't know.
It's interesting, but
Either way, they fit together nicely,
I think they're good companion pieces,
without a doubt.
and I kind of hope it's like an anthology series. Like
Me too.
they put the name Cloverfield on it because it's like it's a monster movie of some sort or whatever.
Right.
And I like how like you think monster like, oh, it's like giant creatures or whatever, but like in this movie that's not necessarily the case. Like
no, the monster.
one could say
is-
like John Goodman's the monster
right, without a doubt.
or whatever because he's literally insane in that movie. He's so good.
There's something I want to ask you about, by the way, when it gets
Yes.
spoilers. Spoilers. Can't ask about it now.
Oh, do you want to go into spoilers now?
Let's do it.
Or
I mean, like we can do it now.
or should we wait till the end of the show?
That's tough.
I say we wait.
All right, yeah, fine. Let's wait.
Write down your thought.
I will.
Um,
You can write down here so you can't see it.
so that's definitely a highlight. I'm gonna go with a low light right now, Ben.
Oh,
Gonna mix it up. Are you aware of the thing called the screening room?
I am actually.
Because I told you about it before the show.
Just like 10 minutes ago.
Yes.
Well, it's been a while. Okay, a few minutes ago.
But there's a new thing called the screening room, which is backed by Sean Parker, who is played by Justin Timberlake in The Social Network, but he also obviously
real
in real
person.
life created or helped create Facebook and Napster. So he's trying to get Hollywood studios to like back this thing called the screening room, which is basically a box you can buy for $150, and it has this anti-piracy thing built into it. And so when a movie comes out in theaters, you have to pay $50 for it, and you can get it in your house. So basically, you pay $50 for a movie that's just come out in theaters like that day. So say it's March 25th, Batman v Superman comes out. You pay $50, and you get Batman v Superman at your house in HD for 48 hours. So you can watch it as many times you want in those 48 hours.
Okay. I don't like that.
I hate
For me, I don't like that because, like, I feel like movie theaters are kind of like one thing that hasn't really been. I mean, it's happening slowly, but it hasn't really been killed by the internet. Like, it's still like huge and stuff. And I feel this is like
there's
a step
reason
towards
why
doing
Star
that
Wars made so much money
at the
because
box
people want to go see it in theaters.
Yeah.
It's like,
and why would you want to kill that now?
Exactly.
I don't want to.
And also, it's gonna take a lot of like jobs away from like theater people.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like if it does go through,
but like,
I think the price isn't high enough.
Oh,
like,
without
$50? Are you kidding me? Like I can.
Because like if you're gonna go see a movie with your whole family, like 5 people,
I could invite 100 of my
already.
friends over to my house and watch a movie for $50 instead of us all paying for a ticket.
Exactly, and then like, I mean, you can buy a screen and a projector, and you can start
exactly. That's what I was
to
thinking when I first heard this. I was like, oh, I'll build a home theater and then I'll sell tickets. I'll like charge people to come in and I'll make more money because I only paid $50 to get the movie.
Yeah, that's like, and then like what? Which production companies are actually gonna go along with this? I mean, there has to be somebody that's
nobody so far, but
yeah, I can't.
I think the price has to be higher for per movie, like because that's ridiculous.
Oh, without a doubt, I feel like I don't know, like $200. But then like on the flip side, no one would actually do it then if it was that high, except for like. But no one should be doing it, to be fair.
Yeah, I just got a notification on my phone.
Oh.
Article from the Hollywood Reporter. Theater owner rejects proposed $50 home movie service. It feels like a half-baked plan. I'm going to open this article now.
It does feel like a half-baked plan.
It feels like we're rushing into this. It's like it's not. It's clearly not ready. It's not thought out well enough.
Well, it's not, I mean, if no one's signed on, then it's definitely not ready.
Yeah.
It seems like it feels a lot like Sean Parker's like just attempt at getting back into the game.
Right.
I don't know what he's been doing the past few years, but nothing huge. Otherwise, I would have heard
He's
of it.
still probably making some bank off Facebook.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
But I feel like he wants to be like the new innovator. You know, back to like Silicon Valley, taking names, whatever. Like, I mean, maybe there's something there for like straight to DVD movies, but like no one would sign up.
I mean, straight to DVD movies that go on demand.
They do. Where do they go on right away?
You can just, or on iTunes, whatever. So I don't see the point. Personally.
Yeah, I don't like this. I don't think it's gonna. Anything's gonna come.
I don't think anyone wants to pay $50 to see a movie once, too. Like, because most people are only gonna watch it once.
Yeah.
And it's also like I think it would only work for like. I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna pay $50 to see Cloverfield. Cloverfield is such a theater movie for me because like the sounds, everything. It's a theater movie. I want to be in a crowd with people.
Well, any movie ever is better in a theater.
Well, I mean, there's some movies where it's like. You don't necessarily have to see it in theater.
Definitely not. But
like,
I think that
Steve Jobs, it's a very dialogue movie. Like, there's no reason to see it on the big screen, really.
But seeing it in the theater,
I mean, obviously, seeing it in theater is always better. But it's like it doesn't really. It's not like you have to rush out to the theater to see it. It's like definitely just check out this movie because it's a good movie. It's not really like Star Wars is a theater movie because it's a big budget blockbuster, epic, and you love seeing it with a crowd because seeing movies with a crowd is what it's all fun about. Like. Seeing the Avengers at midnight is still one of my favorite movie-going experiences because it's a group of random people and they're all together and we're all like ready for this movie. And there was like a beach ball going around. Remember that?
Captain America. There was
people dressed in costume. It was
so like awesome. USA.
Yeah, it was great.
USA. I don't know. I just love the whole like atmosphere of movie theater. Even without the crowds, like even it's just like you in a theater with a ton of that's fun too. And it's like a huge screen. You got the popcorn. I love movie theaters. I love movie theaters. I don't like this thing, and I cannot realistically imagine anything coming of it. I can't imagine any like major Hollywood production company like signing on for this.
Because they're gonna lose so much money.
No, without a doubt, I can't. And like AMC, like all the big theater companies are gonna be super like opposed to it. I can't see anything coming of this. I think it's just like, I think we're gonna stop hearing about it in a few weeks.
Good.
That's my prediction.
I hope so. It's dumb and I hate it. Ben.
Actually, I saw Zootopia in an empty theater. By the way.
Just by yourself, or
I was with a friend.
Wait, it was really empty, like no little kids.
No, I saw it like at 12 in the afternoon during a school day. So.
That makes sense. Highlight: Captain America: Civil War trailer. Yeah,
Highlight without a doubt.
it's a little bit of a mixed bag for me, just because of the last 10 seconds.
Less than that. Last like 3 seconds.
Yeah, because the trailer leading up to the reveal is so brilliant, like emotional. It shows like a lot of people were skeptical because it's like, oh, they're just superheroes and they're just having an argument. They're not actually gonna be like wanting to kill each other because our heroes. Nah, they're going at it. Like,
Oh yeah.
Like I didn't know how hard they were gonna go, but like shit's going down. But I really like this trailer until the Spider-Man reveal. Don't get me wrong, I think the Spider-Man reveal is cool. I like that he's holding Captain America's shield because it's like, hey, I'm in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I can do this now. I'm holding Captain America's shield. I thought what they did with him was cool, but like it's so out of place in this trailer because they just had this big, epic, emotional trailer, drama, then weird joke, and it's like, oh, it's Spider-Man. And it's distracting because everyone's talking about Spider-Man, and from a marketing standpoint, it's a good move because everyone's talking about Spider-Man, and oh, I gotta go see this movie because Spider-Man's in it. But like, no one's talking about the actual trailer. I feel like there's so many cool things in this trailer, but only thing people are talking about is Spider-Man.
Although, okay, one thing about the Spider-Man thing that really annoys me on the internet is that like all like the cool, smart Marvel fans, like these are like the same people that say like you can like both DC and Marvel. They're saying you're so excited about Spider-Man. I'm excited about Black Panther. It's like shut up.
It's like
Black
I totally
Panther's
agree
cool, but like you're fucking annoying. It's like they're all saying that. It's like, is anyone else? It's like shut up. But yeah, I agree with you completely. Like the trailer was fantastic. I love seeing Captain America and Captain America and Iron Man fight.
Yeah.
That's gonna be so cool to see on the big screen. And then like, but then like the Spider-Man thing was just weird and out of place, very out of place.
Like, I didn't want to see Spider-Man in the trailer, but I'm okay with it. Like, I just would have preferred if they didn't. But I get why they did, and I like the suit. I like it. It looks a little CGI, but like it's growing on me a lot. I like the eyes a lot because it's very expressive, like in the comics. It's very Steve Ditko.
Yeah, I think the eyes are. They are like the comics, and in the comics, the eyes do shrink and grow and stuff. But like in the comics, that wasn't like a technical thing. That was like just like to show characters' emotion. Yeah. But like this is like definitely a technical
how
thing.
They do it in the real world. Like,
so
it kind of works for me.
I'm just like, so we know that Spider-Man's gonna be like outfitted by Tony Stark, so he's not gonna be building his own suit because you can't like at your house build a.
Although he probably built his own web shooters because
he definitely did.
We see the web shooters.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah. I'm
not sure actually at this point because this is very different than anything we've seen in Spider-Man. Because we're getting a Spider-Man movie before we're getting a Spider-Man origin movie.
Well, I don't think we're getting a Spider-Man origin.
Yeah,
you're right. Like a standalone, yes. We're getting this before that. But
so this like all the rules are thrown out. This is not the Spider-Man chief.
Yeah. I'm really excited for the Spider-Man though, because Spider-Man's one of my favorite superheroes, like in the comics, and like I haven't been a big fan of the movies. Like we did a whole episode on this when we did the Real Cinema, but I really like the first two Sam Raimi Spider-Mans, and that's the ones I really love.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I'm almost like so tired of seeing Spider-Man on the big screen that like I feel like it's dampening my excitement for this because like if they waited like if the Andrew Garfield Spider-Mans never existed and it was a gap between Tobey and this, I would have been really excited.
Oh yeah,
but like I feel like it's almost like too soon, and like I like the kid they got to play him, Tom Holland. I think he's really good for the part. I like that he's young. I like the look of the costume. I'm excited for this Spider-Man. Spider-Man, he's probably my third favorite superhero behind The Flash and Captain America.
Solid choices.
But I don't know. Conflicted.
Yeah, it feels weird having those like two filler movies in there because like the first two Spider movies, that was definitely like a clear. They had an arc. There was a trilogy. It happened. It was done. It was good. I enjoyed them for the most part. And then Andrew Garfield happened, and it happened for two movies, and then just got cut off abruptly.
Yeah, weirdly,
and like unnaturally, very unnaturally. And then we have this all of a sudden, so it definitely feels like out of place. We've had a lot of Spider-Man, but it's gonna be interesting to see him with those characters. I love like in the comics, love when they do this. I love the duo Tony Stark and Iron Man.
Tony Stark and
Spider-Man, right? Because they're both like funny guys.
Both really smart.
And they're both really smart. I love that. I love seeing that. It's going to be great to see that on the big screen. I'm very happy that they're on the same side in this one instead of in the comics where it's
definitely
Cap and Spidey.
So apparently Black Panther is going to be the Spider-Man role. Like in the comics, Spider-Man's torn between the two. So apparently it's going to be Black Panther in this.
That makes perfect sense.
Which I'm fine with. Black Panther in the trailer, by the way, is awesome. He catches up to a motorcycle. He's bulletproof. It's pretty cool.
Really
Other
cool.
bits. My favorite part of this trailer is when Hawkeye shoots the arrow with Ant-Man on it.
Right.
Like that's brilliant. Scarlet Witch is controlling Vision. It's like this shit is going down.
This is gonna be so cool to see. Like, okay, because Paul Rudd's Ant-Man,
Mhm.
like, is enough of a character to hold the movie up on his own. So it's gonna be really cool to see him like,
In a really small role.
like yeah,
Pun
but
intended.
that was good. But with like, I just can't wait to see him interacting with all these other characters.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna be like a fanboy for Captain America in the movie.
That's what the D23 I think it was footage. There was a clip they showed of Ant-Man meeting Captain America, and he's like, I forget what he said, but he was all goofy around him. He's like, thanks for thanking me or something like that.
Yeah, that's what it's gonna totally
Yeah.
be, and I'm very excited to see that. Honestly, like, okay, in the context of the trailer, the Spider-Man appearance was weird.
It's a
that's just-
great
but that's-
reveal.
but
I
that's
like
just
the Underoos joke, but it's just out of place in this trailer.
In that trailer, but it doesn't make it like. While it's out of place in the trailer, I don't think it's going to be out of place in the actual movie as a
Right.
whole. I'm very excited for this movie. Everything
I'm
I've seen about
incredibly
this movie,
excited for this movie. It's just like
it's my most anticipated movie.
there's
of
some
2016.
like odd taste with it in this trailer.
But
That's
yeah,
all I'm saying.
but that's just the trailer.
Yeah, it's just the trailer, like the little bit that bothered me. But everything else is like looks really good. I think a lot. I hate people because they're gonna be like, stop comparing Marvel and DC. But like they're
They're the same thing. Not
they-
the same thing, but
they're
they're
two
the same.
comic companies that are making movies. So I'm
They're the
gonna
two
compare them.
biggest comic companies. Yeah.
For me, I'm finding myself more excited for what DC is doing as opposed to Marvel because it's like with Marvel, it's like yes, it's Civil War and I love Civil War and I'm really excited for Civil War, but like it's just I've seen all these characters before. With something like Suicide Squad or Batman v Superman, it's like there's so much more excitement for me. I think just because like I've never seen this before, it looks awesome. I'm super excited, and I feel like in those trailers, except for that one Batman v Superman one with Doomsday, there's no fault. Like no like oh I don't know why they would reveal that or stuff like that. It's just like holy shit, this looks awesome, and I can't fucking wait. There's no bad taste in my mouth. Like with the Civil War trailer, it's utterly fantastic, but like I have that little bad taste because of that weird Spider-Man reveal that doesn't make sense in this trailer.
Oh wait, didn't you say that you like didn't like that they showed Wonder Woman or something like that?
No,
Or you didn't like that they showed the villain, the weird rock guy.
Doomsday. That's what I said.
Oh, you didn't like that. You did like that.
I did not like that.
You did not like that.
I mean, like
So that's one thing that you didn't.
that's
really...
the one thing I said,
Yeah,
except for that
okay, I'm
trailer.
sorry. So yeah, okay. I think part of it that you're like more excited for DC over Marvel. With one thing, you're more of a DC fan.
I don't like to say that because people like hate it, but like I think
you are.
I
It
think
makes
I
perfect
grew up
sense.
with more DC characters than Marvel characters, but like
And then also Marvel's
Yeah, I
been doing
guess.
this thing since like 2008.
right, so it's like I'm used to Marvel
It's
making
been-
good
yeah.
movies. Now I'm just like more excited to see what DC can do.
I'm personally more excited for Marvel just because like you, I grew up with Marvel. I've always just been more of a Marvel fan than I have been a DC fan.
Right, and I love Marvel too. Don't get me wrong, but like it's I don't
So,
know,
like, yeah.
slightly more DC.
Yeah, I'm very excited for DC too, but I'm just a little bit more excited for Marvel, and that's okay to say.
Yes,
That's perfectly fine. You're allowed to compare them. You're allowed to like one more than the other. It's fine. You
people who are like, oh, don't compare Marvel and DC. They're completely different. It's like,
No,
shut
they're
the
not.
fuck up.
That's
You're
like-
wrong.
They're not completely different. They're
They're
both
both comic companies that are making superhero movies
Yeah.
and making money with big Hollywood actors. They're the same thing.
They're competitors. They've been competing since they were like born. So like, why would you not compare them? That's totally
Exactly.
fair. Don't be like
Don't be that
you can
kid.
like you can like both, and we do like both. But
Exactly.
you don't need to like say that you like both.
but you
all
can
the
also
time.
have a preference, one or the other.
Yes. God, I hate you, the internet.
Fuck you, person. Anyway, so Civil War trailer highlight. Spider-Man reveal for me is a low light, even though I like what I've seen. It's just out of place in the trailer, if that makes sense.
Makes perfect sense. I
Alright.
agree with completely.
Ben, we want to read the next highlight?
I do. This actually is another one of the reasons why I like Marvel more than DC.
Okay.
Sylvester Stallone is going to play Ravager in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. That's
Yeah, he's going to
highlight.
play a Ravager.
A Ravager, I'm sorry.
I left out the A. That's my
Sorry, I
fault.
was reading word for word off your paper.
But so is he going to be in Yondu's gang? What's going to go on there? Also, this is a rumor. It's not confirmed. It's not confirmed that he's in the movie, although he is staying at the same hotel as the cast, and he was seen with a script, and he got in a car that's usually meant for Chris Pratt. So basically confirming that he's in the movie.
Maybe he's playing Chris Pratt's role. Maybe he's going to be Star-Lord.
Recast? I really like that Sylvester Stallone's in this movie. I think that's awesome, and I think he's a really good choice for a Ravager because, like, he's got that, like, grit to him that kind of like Michael Rooker has for Yondu.
Right.
Like they're both kind of like they have like an accent and they're like really
Tough.
They have a grit, you know,
Yeah,
they're tough
they're-
guys.
yeah.
It's like Ravager, and I think this is an excellent choice.
And like the Ravagers are one of the greatest part of that entire movie.
Yeah, they're
Which is
awesome.
like, was that my favorite movie of the year? It probably was.
I think you liked Interstellar more.
Oh, that came out the same time.
Yeah.
That was close. Either way, that means we're gonna get more Ravager stuff, and the Ravagers are so cool. I'll be so glad to have them. And so
I feel like people don't appreciate Guardians of the Galaxy enough.
No, they don't. It's so good.
It's really great. It's so
it
different
started
for a Marvel movie.
Yeah, and it started
refreshing.
it started the whole like fun campy escapism thing.
Yeah, a lot of people are trying to copy the Guardians.
Yeah,
I feel like the Star Trek trailer, like it or hate it, it's clearly trying to be Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right, and then Kingsman, it didn't copy, it was capitalizing onto that new found thing towards fun.
Hey, fun action comic.
Like you couldn't have Kingsman without Guardians of the Galaxy. That movie.
Although Kingsman I think was supposed to come out like a month after it, but then it got pushed back, so they didn't really know. But still, good effort.
I mean, but like if you think about it, like it wouldn't have been nearly as successful if it hadn't been Guardians.
That's true. Yes.
Because like we need people to get that delicious taste in their mouth.
Right. So yeah, Stallone, Guardians, awesome. Low light for me and you, Well, yeah. The Ghostbusters trailer. So here's my thing with this trailer. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's because it's an all-female cast." No, let me explain before you be an idiot. I didn't like the trailer because I thought all the jokes were not funny. And it's a Paul Feig movie, so I'm expecting some good comedy. And the trailers for Spy were not good, and I liked Spy, so I might end up liking this movie. I'm still having hope for this movie. I just think this is a really bad trailer. The visuals are cool. I thought the ghosts look pretty cool, but like the Leslie Jones jokes just didn't work for me. I'm kind of tired of Melissa McCarthy, but like we'll see. A lot of people are being idiots. Be like, you're just sexist. It's like, no.
I'm racist.
It's not funny. I just hate black people.
You don't understand me.
But the Leslie Jones jokes. There was a joke in the international trailer where like they're like crowd surfing, and Melissa McCarthy jumps in the crowd, and then Leslie Jones jumps in, and no one catches her, and she's like, "I don't know if it's a race thing or a girl thing, but I'm not having this." It's like that's not funny.
Yeah. Like,
also, the power of pain compels you is not funny. I felt like Leslie Jones in general was just not funny in this trailer, which is weird because I find her genuinely funny in SNL. Same with Kate McKinnon, but like she didn't do anything in this trailer.
So okay, for me the trailer's a bit more of a mixed bag.
Okay.
Because yes, I'll admit nothing was really funny for me.
Yes.
I forget why, but I thought that the power of pain compels, not the actual line, but just her hitting her like that. I thought that was pretty funny. At some point, I don't know why, but then what I like about it is it does like just like stylistically, it kind of feels a lot like the original Ghostbusters.
Okay.
Which I thought was nice. However, I didn't like that they never said, "Who you gonna call?" But yeah, like it's a comedy and it's supposed to be funny, but none of the jokes in the trailer were funny, and that's disappointing.
Also, I don't buy Kristen Wiig as a professor.
As a quantum physicist.
Yeah, like I had a tough time with her in The Martian, although I thought it worked because she's like a PR person. She's not really like a smart scientist. Like in this, I just like I don't buy it. I bought her as a. All right, that's fair.
Quantum physicist. Although, like, yeah,
I thought it was a little weird, but there's a good joke in the international trailer, which is slightly different than this trailer, with Chris Hemsworth, where he's like, "I'm here for the secretary job," and they're just like immediately like, "Wow, you're hired." I thought that was pretty good because like I think it's a nice little riff on the whole like, oh, when it's a all guy movie, they have like a really hot secretary. I think that's a cool little reverse casting.
Right.
But I'm still looking forward to the movie. I'll probably see it in theaters.
No, you will.
I probably will. Probably.
Definitely will.
Probably.
You see everything in theaters.
I see a lot of things in theaters, but if this gets really bad reviews,
what's it coming out? What's it coming out against? Do we know?
July. I don't know what it's coming out against. It's probably going up against some shitty animated movie. I don't know.
Probably.
But moving on. Ben, what's next?
Ooh, I'm getting all the good ones. That's because we're okay. J.K. Simmons is cast as Commissioner Gordon in Justice League.
Pretty great.
Really great. This is okay. Has he been in a comic book movie since Spider-Man?
No.
That's great, and he was great in Spider-Man as J. Jonah Jameson.
Yep.
So like, and this is kind of like a similar role to guy in a suit of like amidst superheroes.
Mustache.
With the mustache. I love
Glasses.
Commissioner Gordon. I think Commissioner Gordon is my favorite character in Batman. Like in that Batman.
Other than Batman? Or just like above Batman? Like he's even better than Batman.
I don't know. He's with Batman. Whether or not he's above or below,
You went as Commissioner Gordon to Comic-Con
I
once.
did go as Christopher Gordon to Comic-Con once. We got to go to Comic-Con again.
Yeah.
We have to buy the tickets when they come out this time.
Yeah.
We missed it this year because we didn't buy tickets last year soon enough. This year we're going to be on top of that. We'll keep you updated, listeners.
But J.K. Simmons, I think it's really good casting. It's interesting that he's cast in Justice League and he's not in, like, say, Batman v Superman. There was a rumor going around that Commissioner Gordon was dead in this universe. Apparently not.
He plays a corpse.
He's just in a coffin the whole movie.
You don't even see his face, but J.K. Simmons is in there.
Right.
Pay millions.
Now that J.K. Simmons is not returning to J. Jonah Jameson, who do you think should play him?
Play
J. Jonah, yeah. A lot of people were saying Ice Cube, and I think that's pretty great. You just need an actor who can yell, basically.
Ice Cube, he can yell.
Ice Cube
He yells a lot.
He yells a lot. I think that's actually pretty good. Like, I would probably go with Ice Cube just because I like it. And also, that's a black person, so it's good for him.
Yeah.
So yes, that's pretty good.
I hope like J. Jonah Jameson's son is in the new Spider-Man
John
movies.
Jameson.
With like the werewolf.
He was in Spider-Man 2.
But like not as the werewolf guy. He was just
He wasn't a werewolf. He was the what was his name?
Wasn't he like isn't J. Jonah Jameson's son a werewolf? Something like that?
No, he was like an he was an astronaut.
He was an astronaut.
I know, but like he gets these like growing powers or something like.
Right, he feels like I think he's hairy, but he's not a werewolf. Whatever he becomes.
I forget what his character's called. I'll look it up.
Either way, he's a really cool character, and I hope they bring him into the new Spider-Man movies. I hope they do more with J. Jonah Jameson, because J. Jonah Jameson's a really interesting character himself. Like, there's this one, his crusade against Spider-Man. Like, there's this one scene in one comic book series, where he punches Peter Parker in the face for like 20 minutes because Peter Parker revealed to him, and like it was just like a really like interesting scene. I would love to see something like that in the movies.
Yeah.
Which would mean we need more development on J. Jonah Jameson, which I don't think we'll get because he's not like a super popular character. But I would love to see that.
Right. I agree.
But J.K. Simmons as Commissioner Gordon is really cool because we know he's like an amazing actor because of
like Whiplash, but obviously he's great in Spider-Man movies.
The Yellow M&M, he's fantastic.
Crispy M&M's are back. Pretty great.
So yeah, it's good to see him in these movies. DC's doing a really great job of getting like really huge actors for their stuff.
Yeah, I mean Justice League has some Oscar winners.
Yeah, which is. I don't understand why.
So we got J.K. We got Ben Affleck. He didn't win for acting, but he won an Oscar.
Yeah.
We got.
We're getting
other people.
Will Smith. We're getting people.
Oh yeah, the DC universe. Will Smith.
We're getting people that are like.
Yeah, he did win.
We're getting people that are like.
Talented.
They do. Yeah, they're talented, but they like do like these really artsy movies too. Like Margot Robbie was in
Wolf of Wall Street. Focus.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot.
Right. I think I was thinking Wolf of Wall Street, but yeah. So like, and they had Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
They did have Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
They did, but we'll get to it later. But like,
yeah. Well,
so
I mean,
like,
they also had him Dark Knight Rises, but that doesn't count.
Like, I don't know. I don't know why it is that. Why is DC able to get these people?
Because everyone wants to be in superhero movies now. Because everyone knows they're successful and they help reboot careers.
That's true. They certainly do.
She's like, oh, this dude's in a comic movie. We all see him in that, and then it's like, oh, he's in this independent movie. Let's go see that and stuff like that.
What's the only like really like Oscar artsy guy in Marvel is Mark Ruffalo, right?
Yeah, I think so actually, because he does a lot of Oscar movies and like independent films. Mark Ruffalo's a great actor.
He is.
Ben.
R.I.P.
Low light. Harry Styles, the singer from One Direction.
Yeah.
He was just cast in a lead role in Christopher Nolan's Dunkirk movie, along with unknown Fionn Whitehead.
Yeah.
They're going to be playing the two male leads. So it's a World War II movie, directed by Christopher Nolan, with Tom Hardy, Kenneth Branagh, and Mark Rylance in it. And then we get this, where Harry Styles is going to be the lead. What? What?
I don't get what. Just cause
I feel like it's stunt casting.
What?
Stunt casting?
What's that?
It's a stunt.
Oh, like to get. Well,
yeah,
I mean, totally is like.
Like One Direction fans are gonna go see this World War II movie because he's in it, and like it's gonna make money because of that. But like, can he act? That's the important thing.
I mean, he's gonna do like because like they're gonna have acting coaches on staff. They're gonna have like all this like crazy stuff like and they could make ton of cuts and everything. He's gonna do fine in the movie, but like it's just like just because he's famous, he gets to be in.
Right. Like personally, I'm like really the dude from One Direction, but then look at other former singers that became great actors: Justin Timberlake, Will Smith, Jamie Foxx, Mark Wahlberg. It's like he was Marky Mark in the Funky Bunch.
That's true. Forgot.
Yeah.
It's like weird. But I don't think this is.
I don't know. I feel like this is just like, hey, we'll get him, but like, why the lead? Like he had to like show some kind of range, and like I feel like, I don't know. I feel like Christopher Nolan is always really good at casting, and I feel like
I mean, it's Christopher
I
Nolan,
don't know if he chose this. I feel like this is the studio saying, hey, we need this because this movie's not gonna make money without it.
Right. What would he see in Harry Styles that would make him be like, oh, be in my movie?
Well, I mean, like they're looking for British young people. Like this,
who's the only? They probably want to see in like the British young people.
They looked up young British person. Harry Styles first thing up. Get him.
Yeah, I just don't.
He has to shave his beautiful hair though.
Good. I hate his hair. I mean, but then again, it's Christopher Nolan, so like it's probably gonna be really good. It's just
a low light just because like, I feel like a bad taste in my mouth just because it's One Direction and stuff like that, and like it's not to knock his music, obviously. Like I don't really give a shit, but like
I don't really like his music. It's kind of boring.
I don't really care, but like, can he act? That's the most important thing, and I guess we'll see. But like,
I don't think he can.
I'm skeptical because like I feel like it's just like, hey, let's get the One Direction fans to see our movie.
I don't think he can act, but I think Christopher Nolan's good enough to make it look like he can act. But we'll see.
I feel like casting him as the lead is a mistake though, because even if you can't act, if you have like a 3-minute part, no one will really know. But if you're carrying a movie,
right?
Like he has Oscar nominees Tom Hardy, Mark Rylance next to him. Mark Rylance, who just won. It's like you gotta like actually act because you're surrounded by great talent.
Didn't One Direction like just break up?
Well, one guy left.
Didn't break up?
There's the 4 other dudes.
Oh, they still exist as a bunch. Okay, I was thinking like maybe this would be like his like this is what he wants to do now that One Direction's over, but I guess
maybe.
Not, so.
I mean, like Nick Jonas is acting now, and he's in this movie that did really well at Sundance called Goat, and apparently he's really good in it.
But he was always an actor.
Yeah, he was always an actor, I guess. But like, oops. But yeah,
we'll see.
I don't know.
I mean, it's probably gonna be great. Realistically,
I don't have a problem with musicians acting like Selena Gomez or whatever, but like she's not. Well, kind of, but like she's like she's singer or whatever, but like she's not cast in like World War II dramas. She's cast in like Neighbors, you know. Right. So like I think that's my problem is that it's a World War II drama. If it was like a rom-com, I'd have no problem with it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Then I'd be totally fan of that.
Yeah,
we'll see. It'll probably be great. He'll probably do great. It'll probably be a great movie, but right now it's just weird.
Ben, what's next?
Netflix is going to buy Will Smith / David Ayer film Bright.
Yes. So, this movie was written by Max Landis, and it's gonna star Will Smith and Joel Edgerton. Directed by David Ayer, and all right, I'm gonna read this thing from Screen Rant about the movie. Bright is set in a world where magical creatures live side by side with humans, and the police have a division handling crimes involving magic. Smith will play a cop forced to work with an orc, played by Joel Edgerton, to find a powerful wand that numerous others are prepared to kill to obtain. The project would perfectly marry Landis's love of dark fantasy with Ayer's penchant for crime dramas. The story is described as a mix of End of Watch and Alien Nation. This just sounds so cool. It's Will Smith, like, being a cop, teaming up with, like, weird orcs and fairies and shit. It's pretty cool.
It's interesting.
I think if it wasn't David Ayer, I would not be as interested. But like, it's David Ayer who's directing Suicide Squad. He did End of Watch.
And Netflix usually does a pretty good job with production. Usually, not always. I used to say always, but then
the Sandler ridiculous shit.
Yeah. I don't know.
But Beast of Nation was really good.
Oh yeah, and like Varunga was great. Love is pretty good. That new show, Daredevil is great.
Yeah, like the Marvel stuff is great. They've been doing some really good original stuff.
Oh, House of Cards.
I haven't seen House of Cards.
Everyone talks about it, so like.
Yeah.
Isn't BoJack?
Yeah, BoJack Horseman's fantastic.
Arrested Development season 5 too, which you will. It's
Master of None I liked a lot. The Aziz Ansari show. Jessica Jones.
They do so much stuff.
There's another Netflix original I watched recently. It was really good. I forget what it was.
Oh, with Bob and David, so good.
Wet Hot American Summer. Fucking love that show.
They do a really good job. So, and Fuller House, was that any good?
I never watched it.
Neither did I, but it looks shitty. But
yeah,
they can't.
I heard it was trash, but hey, good effort.
They can't always win.
But I think that's cool, and Netflix original movies are cool.
For the most part,
we'll see. Joe Scoren-Levitt, he was attached to star, direct, and I think produce the new Sandman movie, which is coming out at New Line, and he's gone. He left the project, citing creative differences with New Line, because originally this was under the Warner Brothers label with DC movies, because Sandman's a DC character technically, but then they moved these like Vertigo Comics characters over to New Line, and apparently once they moved over to New Line, JGL didn't see eye to eye with the people over there, and so he's not there anymore. And this is a little late for me because I don't know a lot about the Sandman character. I just know like Neil Gaiman wrote it and stuff like that, and so that's pretty interesting. And like the character seems kind of cool, but I think JGL directing it is the most interesting part of that, because like he's only directed one movie, and that was Don John, which is the whole like dude who's addicted to porn, falls in love with whatever. I did. I liked it, but I didn't love it.
I got like 10 minutes. I had like
the ending was. I didn't like the ending a lot, but like I overall enjoyed it, and I think I want to see what he can do more as a director, because like he did direct that movie pretty creatively, because that movie showed a lot of porn without showing any like actual like porn. You know, like it didn't show any specific body parts, so it was pretty creative in that way. And I thought he directed it pretty well. And I think directing like a drama, like superhero movie like Sandman was interesting. And now, unless they get someone like a really big name, I'm not as interested.
This reminds me a lot of
Edgar Wright.
Edgar Wright, yeah. I know it's not like he's not of the same caliber as
but
Edgar
JGL
Wright
was attached for a long time for this movie,
right?
Like even before I think Batman v Superman was announced.
So like, and then we saw it ended up breaking out for
Ant-Man for the most part. Yeah.
For the most part, like it probably would have been even better if it was Edgar Wright.
Yeah, but it was still a really good movie. Yeah.
So I'm sure this will. Well, I mean, we haven't really seen much of the DC
because it's not connected to the Batman universe. That's why it's kind of like
it's
shipped over to New Line. It's kind of like their backup thing, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It would have been interesting to see him do a thing like this. I don't know anything about Sandman. Mm-hmm. I like JGL though. I love him and stuff. So
yeah, he's great. He's one of my favorite actors.
He's really great. So yeah, that's kind of disappointing, but we'll see. Colin, you're a mess today.
I keep dropping things. I'm sorry. I'm gonna just put it down there. All right. So here's a double highlight for us. Well, I mean, one highlight for me, one highlight for you. Sort of, kind of both. Yeah. My highlight is London Has Fallen, and our both highlight, I guess, is Zootopia. I saw it 2 weeks ago, I think, and you saw it
Friday.
Yeah. So let's talk about that first. Zootopia.
Okay. Zootopia was really good.
Yes, enjoyed it a lot.
It took a very solid stance, like an issue.
Racism.
They were very heavy-handed with it.
Very, very thick on themes, like very.
Like it
very
was
in your
right
face.
In your face. Like,
yeah.
like you knew exactly. Like even if you were like 5, you knew it was.
Like I like. There was a really great joke about the N-word. I appreciate it. It's like, oh, only bunnies can call each other cute. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
And so it was jokes like that I kind of thought were really funny. The overall plot was good.
I liked it. I thought it was interesting. I thought it was like a nice mystery.
I was kind of expecting it to be funnier based off of the Sloth trailer that came out. So I was a little disappointed in that regard. But overall, it's a really pretty good animated movie. I don't think it's like a lot of people are like, oh, it's the best thing Disney animation's done in years and stuff like that. Like, I don't know how I compare.
This isn't Pixar, right?
It's Disney, yeah. Disney. Like, in terms of animated movies, I like the Lego movie is still the best one in recent years.
But that was Disney.
I know, but like still, like,
right.
I wouldn't put it up there with like the best animated movies of like the decade, but like it was really good. I
thought. There were some funny jokes, like some like witty lines, like the cute one, and there's also like with the rabbits. I forget, she like did a bunch of math. And she's like, we're good at multiplying because she's a rabbit. Yeah, and rabbits have a lot of sex.
I know. Like there's a lot of inside jokes basically about animals.
And they did a really good job of like pulling at your heartstrings and stuff. Like the scene where
it was kind of scary too.
It was
with the predators and prey thing.
Right, and the Godfather scene.
The Godfather scene is fantastic.
That was really funny.
The day of my daughter's wedding. It was really good.
And then I thought they did a really good job playing into her scenes, like the scene where the fox gets bullied. That really got me.
Yeah.
That was so sad.
I thought the voice cast was very good.
Oh yeah,
I thought Jason
always.
Bateman killed it. I thought he was like perfect for that kind of sly fox role.
Right.
Jennifer Goodwin was the Judy Hopps, whatever. She was good.
She was great.
Um,
Idris Elba was great.
Idris Elba was pretty fantastic, and J.K. Simmons was really good too as the lion, the mayor.
Oh yeah, he was.
He has a very unique voice, so he's kind of booming. So I kind of liked it. But Idris Elba I thought was really fantastic as the police chief.
Right, and the mystery story was clever.
Yeah,
it was a clever little story to
It took yeah. I don't know if I really liked the whole ending per se. But like it went dark for like a bit where like she unveils this whole like plot that's going around, and then like everyone's like all these prey are like hiding from predators and stuff like that. It's like holy shit, it's kind of dark.
It was really dark.
Like I liked it a lot, but like I don't think it's as great as everyone's like saying. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
I also like I expected a little more comedy out of it, but like I think movies like the Lego Movie and Inside Out are kind of giving other anime movies a bad name just because like
they're so good.
They never like.
Oh, I saw Inside Out, by the way.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, just recently.
Did you like it?
I did.
Yeah.
Liked it.
I loved it.
It's a great movie.
But like I feel like those movies are like genuinely genius and funny.
Right.
And I feel like other anime movies that are just like aimed for kids and they're kind of just like, hey, here's this movie. I don't know. Yeah. That's just for me because like I'm obviously not the target demographic.
Right. I'd say that this movie wasn't like super funny or anything. I totally agree with that completely. But I thought it did a good job of like making a nice message, especially like kind of in today's world, it's becoming a little more of a problem. It seems, which is nice they did that. Especially like it's like. I know that's super in your face, but then like it's in your face enough that like even like a young kid, not too young, but like a young enough kid could get it and be like, oh, okay, it's wrong to discriminate.
Don't be racist.
Someone. Yeah, it's wrong to be racist, basically. Yeah. And I thought visually it was really nice. That city was beautiful, Zootopia. Mm-hmm. They did it really well. Voice acting, like you said, was great. I just think it was all in all, it was like a really good movie. It wasn't like incredible, but
right,
it
wasn't
good.
Like, oh, go see this. It's like it's cute. Go see it if you want.
It was I think it was a lot better than like Peanuts and like.
I never saw the Peanuts movie.
Peanuts was lame. What else?
How you liked it?
No. I thought it was lame.
Oh.
What else came out recently? It was animated.
This year there was Kung Fu Panda 3. I didn't see that. The Good Dinosaur, which I saw, which was kind of okay, and then Inside Out.
So it seems like this is like it's like Inside Out at least. It's probably
Inside Out is like the big standout. Like I feel like there's always like a big standout animation movie of the year. Like last year's was Inside Out. Previous year was Lego Movie. Like I feel like every year has their standout. 2013 I think was Frozen.
Yeah, this year will probably be this. I think this was good enough to be that standout movie, but it's like very early on. Like something else could come along and dethrone it.
There's not a lot of good animated movies coming out. Like this one, like Sing, that looks kind of trash. A lot of them just don't look good, but.
Yeah. So I think if I had to give this one out of 5, I'd probably say 4 stars.
Yeah, I gave it 4.
Yeah, like it's really good. It's just not like.
I don't know if it'd hold up on a rewatch though.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd try.
Yeah, I'd have to try. Exactly. London Has Fallen. You did not see.
I did not see. I want to though.
I saw it. Saw it with my friend. Had a blast watching it. It was so much fun. It was. Don't get me wrong. It's a terrible movie.
No, of course.
I loved it. I'm gonna give you an example of 2 lines, and if you want to go see the movie, or 3 lines, if you want to go see the movie, this is what you're getting at.
All right.
Okay. One line is they're hiding in the British embassy or something, and and they're hiding in MI6, and the president's hiding in like a closet, and Jared Butler's like fighting off these people, and he like loses the gun, and he's like gonna lose, and the president comes out and shoots a guy, and then Jared Butler's like, I've been waiting for you to come out of the closet.
Okay.
There's another line like right after that where like he brings a glass of water to the president, and he goes and he's like, I don't know about you, but I'm thirsty as fuck. And then he like chugs the water. Brilliant. And then there's one where he's interrogating a dude, and he's like, go back to Fuckheadistan or wherever you come from. Like there's so many really.
Rated R?
Yeah, it's a hard R.
Rated R?
Yeah.
It was?
Yeah. It's a hard R, and it's brilliant.
Shit.
It really like goes for it with the hard R too. It's pretty great. I mean, it's a really stupid movie. Like there's a scene where they outrun people on motorcycles and like get away, which makes no sense. But overall, it's really fun. I mean, I loved it in the sense that it was super entertaining, but like I recognize that it's not a good movie. But like I gave it a positive rating just enough because I thoroughly enjoyed it. I gave it a 3 out of 5.
Oh, fair.
Like it's above average, and like
it's fun.
Like I was thoroughly entertained, and I would watch it again.
I mean, the main goal of the movie, if you're not delivering a message, is to be entertaining.
Like I recognized that it was not a good movie. It was not very well directed, and the acting is kind of But like I had so much fun with it that I couldn't give it a bad grade.
Right. That probably the case with the first one too. Like the first one was also.
First one I genuinely enjoyed.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it too. I thought it was dumb as hell, but it was.
I thought it was pretty great.
I mean, it was just Die Hard in my house, but it was fun.
Which is good.
Yeah.
It's the third best Die Hard. So
after
Die Hard 3
and Die Hard 1.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Does the raid count as Die Hard? It's in a building.
Nah.
Kind of confusing how this Die Hard works.
I guess. I mean, not really, because it's a little different.
Yeah. Because, like...
I feel like there's 2 types of movies. There's the Die Hard movies and the raid movies. I wouldn't put them together. I feel like it could be a raid movie. Like
every single movie
like
has Die Hard and the raid.
Like the movie Dread, I don't think you've seen it.
I have not. I've seen like the first 10 minutes.
Carl Urban. I feel like that's a raid movie instead of a Die Hard movie because it's in a building and it's like they're the police. It's kind of different.
And like Raid is the best raid movie and Die Hard's the best Die Hard movie?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Actually, I think the Raid 2 is better than the first Raid.
Right. But is the Raid 2 the Raid movie?
No.
No, it's not. Okay.
So the Raid 2 isn't a Raid movie. That makes sense. It's like bigger scale on the streets, not just one building.
Is Die Hard 3 a Die Hard movie then?
Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
Oh, no. What have we done? We put too much effort into this.
Too complicated.
Okay. Next highlight. It's kind of a low light / a highlight, but hey, whatever. Jenna Malone. She was in Catching Fire. She was in Sucker Punch.
She was BVS.
Yes, she just got cut from the theatrical release of Batman vs Superman, but she will be featured in the extended R-rated cut, which hits on Blu-ray. And it was also kind of semi-confirmed this week that she is playing Barbara Gordon, a.k.a. Batgirl. Maybe not Batgirl, but like she's playing Barbara Gordon.
Okay,
so is Batgirl.
Yeah. So this is obviously a highlight because there's going to be a different
extended R-rated cut. Yeah, that came out a while ago, the news. But like,
right, it's still cool that it's happening.
Yes, I'm all for it.
And then Jenna Malone's going to be in it. Then the downside is that we're not going to have Batgirl.
I think if she was that important, like if she was like Batgirl, she would be in the movie. But I think she's just Barbara Gordon and like...
She's going to become Batgirl eventually later in the
She's definitely going to come back. I mean, her father just got cast. Right. So, I think...
Oh, that's interesting. Her father's not in this movie, but she is.
Exactly. Well, she's not really. Well, kind of.
She's in the extended R-rated.
But I think she'll definitely be in Justice League then.
Well, like, it's interesting to see, like, is she cut, like, does that mean, like, the scenes that she was in would be, like, R-rated scenes?
Not necessarily. I think, the R-rated cut is just, like, more violence, and then, like, it's also an extended cut.
Right, of course.
Like, I don't think they're 2 and 2 together.
I'm just glad to see that we're getting... I'm just glad about the whole extended cut thing. I love extended cuts. It's great to see, like, it's like just another version of the movie.
And Zack Snyder does a lot of extended cuts.
Which is great.
In R rating, too.
Right.
Like, he's in... Zack Snyder, I think Zack Snyder's really underrated. Like, I'm not, like, a huge Zack Snyder fan. Like, he makes masterpiece films.
Sucker Punch.
But, like, I loved Sucker Punch.
I'm
not even joking. Like, everyone talks shit about it, and I was really worried when I watched it. I genuinely loved it. I thought it was great.
Isn't John Hamm in it?
Yeah. Very briefly. He's not very in it. Oscar Isaac's in it, though. He's the main character.
Oscar Isaac.
He's pretty bad in it. I mean, actually, no, he's good for what he could do, but, like, his character's kind of shitty. But, like, Jenna Malone's in it. Emily Browning. Vanessa Anna Hudgens from High School Musical fame.
Yeah.
Like, and, like, it was really cool because, like, the whole plot of Sucker Punch is, like, she's in this weird, like, asylum that's also, like, a whorehouse, whatever, and they're forced to be, like, basically prostitutes. And to escape her reality, they're supposed to, like, learn to dance. And so whenever she starts dancing, she goes into her fantasy world, which is just, like they're action heroes in World War II, but it's also, like, a sci-fi World War II, and they're kicking ass, or, like, they're on a train doing a mission and stuff. And, like, that's her, like, dance. And it's really creative. I loved it. But
that's fun.
That's aside from the point. Anyway, Ben,
the next one?
Yes.
All right. So Zendaya was cast in Spider-Man, and she will play Michelle. So that's like the new Gwen Stacy, Mary Jane?
Well, apparently it's not like a lead female.
Okay.
Apparently it's just like a side character. In the comics, Peter Parker had a roommate that was named Michelle for a little bit, so maybe that's this. But, like, I feel like she's going to be 11 just because, like,
probably a
guy and a girl are roommates.
That's the recipe for sex.
Or awkwardness.
And, well, we can have both.
True. But Zendaya, really? Like, this is a low light for me. Because, like, again, stunt casting. It's like, all right, she's a singer. She was a Disney Channel star.
Well, I mean,
I feel like this is like trying to reach out to Zendaya fans who are like a fan of her music. Be like, oh, she's in Spider-Man. Let's go see that. Because like I feel like they're trying with this new Spider-Man movie to be able to get different demographics in. Because like most people are gonna be like, another Spider-Man movie. That's kind of what I'm like, but I'm gonna see it obviously. But like
everyone's like in the theater, like,
I can't believe I'm here seeing.
But they're all like, but they're all watching.
They're all in like Spider-Man shirts.
Yeah. So, okay, the thing good. Okay, so for this one,
you want to continue, or are you gonna stop?
I just. I mean, I guess it's good that it's not Gwen Stacy, Mary Jane again.
Well, I mean,
is that good?
They're probably gonna be in the movie too. All right, maybe not Gwen Stacy because that's a little too soon. She just died, but and they can't kill her again. But I bet Mary Jane's gonna be in it.
Yeah, at least eventually.
What are the odds that they're gonna cast Chloe Grace Moretz as either Mary Jane or Gwen Stacy?
Very high.
Because like, what other young female actress do you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I kind of like that she's young, like Spider-Man's young. Like it's not like a clear age difference. You know.
I just think it's weird that it's Zendaya.
Although, to be honest with you, how many Zendaya fans do you know?
None.
Me neither.
But
so like, who are they reaching
I have heard her songs on the radio, which means that people like her songs. True. Which means
that must have some
something.
Yeah.
Whatever. You know. Don't really care.
Yeah.
Anyway, next, Ben. The Jump Street Men in Black crossover is it's still moving forward, and it just got a director. It's gonna be the Muppets director James Bobbin. He's British, so I said Bobbin. But Ben, what do you think of the this crossover happening? Because it's a low light for me.
I like it. I think that those two universes kind of work together well.
For me, it's definitely a wait and see thing. Because right now it's just like, what? Oh, Jump Street Men in Black. It's kind of weird. I think for me it would be a highlight if Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones were coming back, but they're not. They're gonna get two new Men in Black, if you will.
Yeah. I get what you're saying completely, but like I still think that they kind of that Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill would work well in that.
Oh, I agree. I think, and they're gonna make fun of the whole like shared universe crossovers thing, because that's what the Jump Street movies do. They make fun of what they are.
Right.
Like, oh, it's a sequel. It's the same thing, and they keep making that joke in 22 Jump Street. I think this will be like, oh, I can't believe we crossed over with another universe. It's so crazy.
But like, okay, so like, what I think is what if like what ends up happening for this movie is Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill end up getting picked up by the Men in Black, and they become Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith.
They become Men in Black?
Yeah, like it's not like they're like crossing over with other Men in Black. Like they are the Men in Black. What about that, Colin? What do you think of that?
It's not bad. I don't think that's what they're doing, because I think they're going to cast two new Men in Black, and then it's going to be like they're going to team up.
Interesting. I think it might be going the way that I was.
What if they have to get this ready? They have to infiltrate the Men in Black because there's like a world crisis or something. They got to find the dealer, the drug dealer in the Men in Black, and so they have to go undercover into the Men in Black, pretend to be Men in Black, to find the drug dealer. Or no, they find the dealer, then they find the supplier.
And then aliens.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just throw them in there. Like I feel like you can't just do like, hey, we're cops, and hey, we're alien.
But in the original Men in Black, wasn't not Tommy Lee Jones, wasn't Will Smith like picked up and became?
He was a New York police officer, and then they picked him up to become one.
Well.
But
I don't know.
I don't know. Like, then it's not really a Jump Street movie. It's just like, oh, we got Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill to be the new Men in Black instead of Jump Street. I don't know. Either way, I'm just kind of like, I'm too skeptical at this point to say it's a highlight.
Right.
Yeah. Not a huge fan of this, but like, hey, it could work out great. I mean, I love the Jump Street movies. I like two of the Men in Black movies. I don't like the second one. I love the third one. I don't know why people hate it. I think it's great, but
I haven't seen the third one. I've only seen 1 and 2.
But maybe the Muppets director will do good, because I think the Muppets is actually kind of funny.
Yeah, it was great. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Last piece of news, Ben.
Okay, that's a weird one. Venom, the Venom movie from
Yes.
Sony, is still moving forward, but it's not going to be set in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So that means
No
a Venom
Spider-Man.
movie with no Spider-Man.
Well, I mean, in theory, they can
Andrew
get another
Garfield's-
Spider-Man movie.
Oh god.
Or no, they could get their own Spider-Man. Like,
God.
there can be 2 Spider-Man. They got Andrew Garfield back. The sad thing is they could do that.
Oh. Man. They wouldn't though, right?
They wouldn't.
No.
But I think if they're gonna do a Venom movie, I don't think it'd be like Eddie Brock Venom. I think it'd be Flash Thompson Venom, and it'd be Agent Venom, which is basically like, Flash Thompson, he loses his legs in the war, then like basically he gets the Venom suit and he becomes like a government agent. So I guess that's kind of what they're gonna do, like an anti-hero, kind of like Deadpool.
Yeah,
he's not like breaking the fourth wall or whatever.
I think they have to, because they can't make like a straight villain movie without any hero.
Or I think a lot of people think they're going to do like a straight up Venom movie and then he's going to be fighting Carnage, which I don't like because I hate when there's 2 characters fighting each other that have the exact same powers. Like, that was my only problem with Ant-Man, is that really 2 small people fighting? Come on. It's like, the coolest thing about Spider-Man and Batman is that, for the most part, their villains are completely different than them.
Right.
Like, Spider-Man, except for Venom and Carnage, he has no other
even
spider
Venom and
people.
Carnage, they don't do webs or anything.
Well, I mean, they're
still like Spider-Man.
They do
climb.
I think they do webs.
Venom doesn't do webs.
Venom does webs.
Yeah, isn't
He does.
in the movie maybe. Does he do webs?
He does do webs.
In the movie?
He creates a web and he's like, "Hey, Spider-Man, come find me."
Oh, yeah, he does. In the comics, doesn't really do webs. He is like.
I think he does do webs, but not.
I know in the Ultimate Spider-Man series he does like tentacles, which is weird.
Well, I'm not a big Venom guy, but like I really like Spider-Man's villains a lot.
Right.
Like,
he has great villains.
Doc Ock is great. Vulture is great. Sandman. Craven. Mysterio. I love Mysterio, and I hope he's the villain in a Spider-Man movie. But I'm not for this at all. It's stupid. And if it was in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, that'd be interesting.
I forgot that one.
Yeah, Green Goblin for me.
I
like him a lot in the comics and like the TV shows.
Though.
But like, I like the Willem Dafoe one, but I feel like they tried and failed with Dane DeHaan. And I feel like they're going to try again, and that annoys me.
I just hope that
we already have 3 Spider-Man. We don't need 3 Green Goblins. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. I would like to see Hobgoblin, though.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
Would be cool.
That'd be interesting. I just really would like to see Mysterio.
Yeah, me too.
Or like maybe like someone like...
I would like to see Sinister Six.
I would like to see a Sinister Six against Spider-Man, not a Sinister Six movie.
Right. Because we're already getting Suicide Squad. We don't need that.
Right. And you don't need like a whole like set of movies to set up Sinister Six. Just be like, there's these group of bad guys and they're trying to kill Spider-Man. Like, don't make it like they have a plan and then Spider-Man has to stop them. Like, their plan is to kill Spider-Man.
We kill the Spider-Man.
Exactly.
Squish him like a bug.
Ha. But yeah, get some new people. Like, we don't need to see necessarily Doc Ock again or Green Goblin again.
But we'd love to have like Rhino.
I would like to see. He was in Amazing Spider-Man 2, but like he was shitty. Remember he was Paul Giamatti.
Oh yeah. He was there like yeah.
I would love to see a real Rhino.
Right. Not a real Rhino.
Well, I mean a real Rhino.
Spider-Man starts killing endangered species.
And then Kraven the Hunter comes after him.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah. There's your movie.
Boom. Give us $1 million, please.
That's all the stuff we have, but we have some Twitter stuff that I'm going to read out. What's my phone unlocks.
Questions?
Some highlights and lowlights, and I don't know, maybe there are some questions, but we'll find out. Graham Harwell, at Graham Harwell on Twitter, says, highlight was getting the official title for Don't Breathe. That's the movie that the Evil Dead director is doing. It's a horror thriller, kind of. And lowlight was not going to the South by Southwest premiere. I wish I could go to a film festival like South by Southwest because they see a lot of movies early. Like, I went to Tribeca last year, and that was cool. But, like, South by Southwest is a big deal.
Where is Tribeca?
Tribeca's in New York.
Okay.
But South by Southwest is in Austin, Texas.
I want to go to Cannes.
Con? Is it Can or Con?
I don't care. It's Cannes.
I think it's Con.
They pronounce it like it's
spelled.
spelled.
Or is it Can? No, it is Can.
Whatever. I want to go to that.
I don't know. I think in Entourage they pronounce it Con, but I'm pretty sure it's Can.
Where is Cannes? Is it in France?
It's in somewhere overseas.
What about the big Canada one?
In Toronto?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in Toronto.
Oh, what's that? Never heard of that city. Is it a city?
Yeah, it's a city.
Oh,
it's in Canada.
That's actually where we film, Toronto.
That's not true.
Yeah, I lied. Sorry.
Highlight from Alex Lynch at Lynch Reborn on Twitter. I watched the Hannah Montana the movie last night on TV, and it holds up. Good for him. To be fair, I did catch like a couple minutes of it the other day.
Hannah Montana movie?
Yeah. The Hannah Montana movie.
Wait,
it's not that bad.
Did the movie come before the show or after?
After. Lucas Till from X-Men is in it, and I find that funny.
I don't know. I don't think I've seen that one. I know I saw High School
It's
Musical.
not bad.
I've seen High School Musical.
I mean, who hasn't?
Yeah.
Dan Doherty at @DDoherty_ on Twitter.
Oh, hey, Dan.
Low Light, Midnight Special is only rolling into 5 theaters for its release next weekend. Yeah, that kind of sucks. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see it in theaters because I've seen a lot of movies in theaters and kind of like I'm running out of time. Like I don't have a lot of time coming up.
Right.
But like, yeah, it sucks. The Midnight Special is only in a couple theaters because like the movie looks fantastic, great cast. Jeff Nichols is the director and looks awesome. Yeah, I agree that does suck. A heel Diani on Twitter. Ahil Diani. Highlight: 10 Cloverfield Lane made $25 million, further adding to the influx of new and upcoming directors making bank. True, and that's a pretty good number because if Cloverfield was not, if it didn't have the Cloverfield name, it would have gone straight to straight to on demand. It would have made like no money.
Right.
So it's pretty cool that they made money.
Like yeah, it's great. I'm glad they did.
Yeah,
it deserves it.
Then Ahil says, "Low Light, you didn't invite me to be on your podcast.
You're not going to be on the podcast, Ahil.
Maybe you stop being such a nerd."
Jesus. You might be. Right?
Yeah, maybe.
We'll see.
We'll see. Highlight from Caleb Hamilton. He says his highlight was seeing 10 Cloverfield Lane with Tron Vinny Chase. That's a joke, but he saw 10 Cloverfield Lane with Tron Vin. That's cool. Low Light, Justice League War, which he just watched, and Wonder Woman's ice cream obsession. All right, I don't get the ice cream obsession thing, but Justice League War is an animated movie that sucks.
I'm gonna look up Wonder Woman.
Look up Wonder Woman's ice cream obsession. Oh, maybe that's in Justice League War. Oh, that's a thing in Justice League War. That's it. Okay, put it together. I remember that. She's just like she gets like obsessed with ice cream or something. She likes ice cream. Steve Trevor buys her ice cream. I don't. That movie sucks. But
that sounds really stupid.
Yeah, that movie's terrible. Let's see. I think that is it. Some Twitter stuff. Oh, do you want to say that Cloverfield thing? The spoiler?
Oh my god, yeah. There's a question for you. Okay.
Yes. By the way, if you haven't seen 10 Cloverfield Lane, go see it. Ben is going to spoil it in the last 5 minutes of the show, so turn it off or whatever.
Okay, so those worm things that attacked her?
Aliens.
Yeah, they were aliens. The alien worm things.
Yes.
Do you think the alien worm things like that was the main species? That was like a pet, like a creature they used. I think it was a creature they used. I don't think it's like what the actual like main guys are.
Oh no, it's definitely not. It's definitely not the main guys. It's definitely just
little
like in Cloverfield, the first one, they had the big monster, and the big monster let out the little small monsters that were in the subway.
Right.
So yeah, I think
in Cloverfield 1, the monster's an alien, right?
It's not really specified because it comes out of the ocean, and there's this whole thing where like a satellite awakens it and stuff like that. And also, the connection to the first Cloverfield is that John Goodman worked at that satellite company. That the satellite company created the Cloverfield monster in the first one. That's the connection. And also, like, there's obviously the Easter eggs, like the soda is the same soda.
Right.
I think the Rob in the first one was going to work for the company. I think it might have been the soda company, or it might have been like the oil rig people. I forget, but like that's why he was going to Japan or something. I don't know. What else? Spoilers for 10 Cloverfield Lane. I really like that she goes to Houston because that shows like she's
gonna fight,
not running away this time, and she's actually gonna fight. Hell yeah! Also, she's awesome.
She's so cool.
Yeah, she's great.
John Gallagher Jr. gets shot.
When John Gallagher Jr. got shot, I jumped so hard because I loved his character because he was such a nice guy.
I saw it. I knew he was gonna get shot.
I didn't know he was gonna get shot. I thought like because John Goodman is such a like a wild factor. Like I thought maybe he would just accept the apology. The one thing I would have done is, if I were them, I would have when that guy got hot, I would have been like, "Oh, we were making this to surprise you, to thank you for all the work we've been doing for you, that you've been doing for us by keeping us in here,
right?
And we wanted to surprise you by doing this for you."
Or like of all the things you could have been making, why would you say a weapon?
Yeah,
like that's like the most like get you killed thing to say.
He should have said like, "I was making a present for." Or because I love her, or something stupid like that.
Or it could be like, I was making a sex doll. That'd be something you want to hide, but it wouldn't be like
exactly.
Killed someone.
I was a little horny, and I may have done some things the Lord may not be happy about.
He'd be like,
he'd be like, "Oh well, stop it."
Yeah.
But the acid, holy shit!
I know. So that's
first of all, when she runs by and she sees John Gallagher Jr. fucking like melting, that's terrifying. And then when she pours it in John Goodman has like weird acid face, scary, terrifying.
The knife thing in the air vent.
Oh, that's when that was a little ridiculous because that turned into like straight up horror movie cliche. Yeah. But like it was only for like 5 seconds, so I was okay with it.
I hate blades in movies, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, because like I don't want to see them go in anything. It's like uncomfortable.
No, me neither. That's like
the scene in John Wick where it looks like he's actually stabbing that guy.
Oh yeah,
that scared me.
Yeah. Okay, so that was
another episode of the Lights Movie Podcast.
Right.
You can.
I was supposed to say Real Cinema Podcast.
You're wrong.
I know.
Lights Movie Podcast. So you can find us on iTunes and YouTube.
Rate,
comment, subscribe. Tell us what you think.
Give us thumbs up.
Hey, tweet at us on Twitter. Go to nightyard.net and have a lovely afternoon, evening, or morning whenever you listen to this.
All right. Bye.
Bye.